Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be making another swirl in the funnel. I'm going to be using Melt and Pour, which is the suspending base. My fragrance is going to be lavender. I'm going to be using Mad Minion as my mica, which is like a purple glitter, and white. Now, as per normal, there's going to be the bright purple color, then there's going to be the purple color with the TD, and then there'll be a TD. So there'll be three different colors. Now, I did this before, but the last time I did it, I didn't pour fast enough. Now, as you'll notice, I've actually got three holes in this now. Unfortunately, the drill size that I've got only fits this one. I can't get it to go into the other one. And it's kind of complex, but there is another funnel. This is the other funnel that I purchased. I couldn't find a duplicate of this, and the spout is actually a little bit bigger on the new one. So these don't fit in the holes. So I had to find a bigger drill to go through here. So I'm just going to be using the normal one spout today. This particular soap was requested by a customer, and these are the colors that she wanted, and this is what I'm making for her. So this is a custom order. There is 3 soaps, I believe, for this particular order. So let's get started. I'll melt this down in the microwave, and I'll be back in just a second. And I've got my 3 containers. So I've measured these out at 650 roughly each. So let's get an idea of the temperature. So that's 117, 117, 115. So they're pretty fluid, but they've got skins on top. So I might have to microwave them again. You can see that little bit of skin wrapped around that's just from the top of this. So clearly setting up quite quickly. They're going to have to be microwaved again. I'll put the fragrance in last. So I'll put my colors in now, then nuke it again. And then I'll put my fragrance in, and then I can mix them up and pour. Okay, so this one here is going to be my straightforward mica. Okay, so I've got a little tiny cup. Fill it with some rubbing alcohol. And then I'm going to take my mica and put it into the rubbing alcohol. And I can mix that up. So that one is going to go in there. I want to leave a tiny bit. I'm going to put that in here. Okay, just going to mix that up. Yeah, that's turned beautiful. Nice and purple. And we'll mix this one up. Yep, that's a lighter version. So that's quite a dark purple, and this is a lighter version. But if I add the titanium dioxide, it becomes a pastel color. Okay, so I'm going to pop these back in the microwave just for about 20-30 seconds each, and then I'll add the fragrance and we can start pouring. Okay, so now it's time to add the fragrance. So I'm using 2%. All right, we are ready. And here we go. Okay, so it's the next morning and I am going to unmold this, but I love this piece in the center here. It's like a big eye. I'm hanging to cut this up. So let me unmold this and I'll be with you in just a second. All right, so that's looking pretty interesting. So now I've got to try and figure out how to get 3 bars of soap out of this, because this is really what I want, just 3. So these are the boxes that I'm hoping to put the soap in. So the rope has also got to go into the box. Trying to figure out how many of these I can set up. So they don't have to be the full size. They're wide enough to fit inside the box, but then the rope won't go in. So the rope needs to be going down the side of the inside of the box over here. So I can only have so much for the actual soap itself. So let me try and work this out and I'll come back in a second. Okay, so here is a cold processed soap, about the same size as what I want to actually make it. However, the problem is that because on this, there's going to be a hole where the rope goes through, and therefore the rope then will be on each side of the soap inside the box. And this is the biggest box that I've got. So it's not gonna, the rope's not gonna fit unless the box gets pushed out like that. So it gets pushed out. So the boxes are not an option now. I can't use the boxes. I'll mark out large bars about this size, about that size, and then I'll put the holes in them and then I'll string them through, and then I'll see how I can package and wrap it. Okay, so I'm going to use these boxes as a guide to where I need to cut. So this is the size of the soaps that I want to come from this slab. All right, so I'm going to cut around the edges first and then I'll cut the bars down the center. Wow, look at that. That's insane. Okay, let's keep going. What's the other side? No, the other side's exactly the same. That's very cool. Okay. Looking pretty good. That looks magical. And someone was right, if that was wood color, that would look like a grain of wood. Pretty cool. All right, so we've got 3 bars, all the same size. Now put the holes in them. Okay, so this is the rope that I'm going to be using to put into the soaps. And I've been trying to experiment with different ways that I can do it. One was using a straw to punch a hole. Here's a hole that I created. You can see that there is a hole there. And I basically pushed a skewer through it. Pushed a skewer through it, pulled it out the other side, and then turned the skewer while going through it, and it makes a hole. And here's one I've already done. So that's a big piece of soap. I'm going to keep this. This is mine. Holds up nicely. So I'm going to get to doing that with these ones. I'm going to use the small end first. And there we have it. Perfect. Nice round hole. So now I'm going to take this string, and I like to work with a fair bit of string because I can always tie it off. There's 50 meters to this and I'm only doing 3 of them, so I can work with about 60 centimeters. I don't need that much, but I'm going to work with it anyway. Okay, so we're all the way through, and now we just got to figure out where we want to tie it. We've got to tie a knot. Usually when you tie something like this, I've noticed that some of them are really quite small, but when you tie it where you're going to hang it, there's a spot in the shower. So I would say about that much, which is around about just under 15 centimeters. So I'm going to do that. And then tie the second knot, and then just pull them together. Nice and tight, like so. And then just cut off the excess. And therefore we have one soap. I'll do the others and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so that worked. I got all the holes done and all the strings are in, and they're all roughly about the same length. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Leave a comment below if you have any questions, and thank you very much for watching.